The types of business objectives is one of the smaller little topics to remember. Possibly questions could be define the actual term business objective and maybe describe, explain or outline a business objective that would be relevant to a business that you're given in, say, a case study. So the definition, what are they? Business objectives are statements of desired achievement which provide direction for the business by serving as goals to achieve, and then they're turned into actions or strategies. So very complicated definition, but do your best to try and remember all those parts in bold and highlighted. But basically what we're saying is if this is the business today, what do we want to achieve in the future? That's our objectives. And then all we've got to do is turn them into specific strategies that say how we will achieve it, and then we'll check whether we did achieve them in some of our later topics. In terms of what we need to remember, that the objectives can either be financial, so related to financial performance, profit, sales, returns to owners, etc. And we've got 4: to make a profit, to increase market share, to fulfill a market need, and to meet shareholder expectations. And we'll just say there's another group called social objectives, where the business sort of is more related to its role in the community, goes beyond its financial objectives, and we'll just say we have one. And that is to fulfill a social need. In the real world, there's obviously a lot more business objectives you can have. But we'll just limit it to that. That's in the study design. And we'll just say for each one, what is it? So we'll say financial objective, to make a profit is a financial objective. You just want to sell your goods and services, which are your revenues, for more than it costs to make them. That gives you a profit. And then those profits are either given back to the owner as dividends. So when you share in the profit as an owner, that's called a dividend, or reinvested back in the business to make it better. We've got to increase market share. That is a financial objective. The business attempts to increase its percentage of sales of the total market. It can do this by either taking existing customers in the market away from a competitor or making sales to new customers who come into the market. Our objective to fulfill a market need is where the business tries to fulfill a need for a good or services that customers have that is currently not being met, and that will increase our net profits and market share. So, think of a need that customers have and fill it. And lastly, for financial, we'll say to meet shareholder expectations. We meet the needs of our owners, which are called shareholders, to increase the profits. Why do they want higher profits? Because that means they get higher dividends. And also to increase the value of their investment in the business, which is called a capital gain. For public companies, we can easily measure that with the share price. But for any business, you want its value to go up over time, so you make what's called a capital gain. Lastly, we have social objectives. What does that mean? It means the business attempts to fulfill a social need, some sort of need for this society and community, such as providing a good that doesn't harm society or maybe even benefits it, providing maybe a free service or a subsidized service to the community, or perhaps contributing to local community causes and charities.